Bugs crashing your pack's party? Whether they've got paws or sneakers, your pack deserves a home that's protected from pests. That's where Wondercide comes in. Plant-powered protection made with steam-distilled natural essential oils that actually work. It kills and repels fleas, ticks, mosquitoes, and ants without questionable ingredients or overpowering smells. Safe to use around kids and pets when used as directed. Lab-proven to work fast. And proudly made in the USA. We offer sprays for pets, people, homes, and yards. Plus, spot-on treatments, collars, and even shampoos. Whatever your pack needs, we've got it covered. Founded by a pet parent looking for a better way to protect her dog Luna, Wondercide's now protected over 21 million lives and counting. You might have even seen us on Shark Tank. Go to Wondercide.com and use code WONDER20 for 20% off your first order. That's WONDER20 at Wondercide.com. Wondercide. Protect your pack with plant-powered Wondercide today.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I'm Alicia.
And I'm Meredith.
And this is also podcast, One Season Wonders edition. It's Jax and Brittany Take Kentucky. This is episode 2. Meredith's making me do it against my will.
You know what? I'm here to say you're 1/3 of the way through, Alicia.
I'm going to pick the next One Season Wonder. I'm picking
Deal.
the next. I'm sure you already have it planned. You're already I picked the next one, but after that, you're good.
I was going to let our patrons pick.
Oh, that's better. No.
But how about you can pick the options that go into them picking it?
Ooh, I'm going to pick obscure shit. No, I'm not. I'm going to do good shit, but still.
Better than this.
It's no one would have picked this, but it does, as I said in the last episode, make it easier watching this, knowing that they're no longer together. It makes it easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, before we get into the episode, check us out. We got an Instagram, a TikTok, a YouTube, a Patreon. All the links are in our description. Please also be sure to rate, review, subscribe. And great. If this isn't your thing, we have tons of other episodes and shit on our page, in our Patreon. There's tons to do. You'll never get bored of us. And if you hate us,
get out
anyway. Maybe you'll learn to love us. I'm an acquired taste. It takes time. Anyway.
If you don't like us, press play and just turn down the volume.
I tell Meredith all the time, I don't think anyone likes me on this show. I find myself extremely annoying, but I'm here doing it. I'm here to do it to make Meredith look better for her fans.
I'm not saying you're annoying, but if you think you're annoying to people, at least you're annoying and funny. You know, like there's just people who are annoying out there.
At least I'm pretty and at least I'm a little funny and at least I'm my own best friend. Sorry, Love Island Summer. Anyway, this isn't that show. This isn't.
But
Stop
if you love
Alicia.
that, we did have a whole episode on all of that
Alicia, stop. It's not that show. We're in Kentucky. We're not in Fiji. Okay.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to burst your bubble. We're not in Fiji. We're going to Kentucky.
I stand by what I said, though. At least I'm pretty. At least I'm a little funny. At least I'm my own best friend.
Agreed.
So suck my ass. Don't do that. Crazy.
Okay.
Anyways.
Previously,
just get in the episode already.
You won't let me. You won't stop talking about being your own best friend. Previously on Jax and Brittany Take Kentucky, Jax wants to go to Kentucky and make some good impressions on Brittany's family. Mama has lots of man jobs for Jax, which means Jax is just shoveling a bunch of shit. Mama wants no alcohol at the bonfire that they were hosting, but if Jax wants a drink, he will have a drink. And Dad doesn't like Jax, but Sherry does. And maybe Dad should stop liking Sherry. I mean, they did get a divorce, but
I don't think Dad likes Sherry at all.
Sherry's starting to be the problem too.
Dad saw Sherry in her silver lipstick and said divorce. Divorce, babe.
Good point. Maybe that
what
was the
is Dad's
straw.
name? Do we know?
I don't know, but I like just calling him Dad because he deserves that respect.
Fun fact, when you look at Brittany Cartwright, under parents, it says only Sherry. Dad's not listed.
I know because I think I know I think I found his name, but
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Dad is great. We'll call him Dad.
I definitely found his name because I pulled some quotes, some iconic quotes from the episodes.
He's the people's dad. It doesn't matter. Just call him dad.
That's the thing. He deserves that respect. I respect
Watch it
that
be
man.
A dumb name. Sorry.
It doesn't matter. Anyway,
it doesn't matter.
We're back and we pick up at the bonfire on Mama's property. And we see Jax telling Sherry and Mama about, like, this ring picture that Jax has, which I don't believe it's as believable as Craig Conover's ring for Paige DeSorbo. But Jax just knows that this will get them off his back. And they're
sorry to compare Craig and Jax is so accurate. I got gagged for a second.
I'm sorry. There's so much watching this show at this time. Is crazy because I'm like, the parallels or like the context it's giving to Jax and Brittany's divorce, but then also other breakups in Bravo. I'm like, yeah.
I've been gagged. Mama! Okay, sorry, go back.
We're just showing the ring, and Mama and Sherry they've never been more happy in their entire life. Thrilled. And I was like, this is concerning. You just see a photo of a ring and that like seals the deal.
We just have to live out of sin, Meredith. No one cares. No one cares as long as we're out of sin.
Yeah, but like, again, he's like, yeah, I met with a designer. I've talked to somebody. Not I have a ring and this is the date I'm going to propose.
He doesn't propose for at least a few more seasons, right? 2?
At least like 2 more years.
2 or 3, yeah. Seasons, years. That's how I count the years sometimes, you know? But yeah, so this could be false. This is fake.
This is fake.
I don't know.
You know what? I'm going to go get the screenshot of the ring and compare it to Brittany's engagement ring. I'm convinced.
Can't wait.
But the bonfire's winding down for the parents, and they're out of here. And Brittany's friends are staying. And we're going to, what are they saying? Like, take a shot. Take a shot.
This the way I felt like I was in a sorority again, and I felt in danger was crazy.
The way that you like every word, Alicia.
Do you remember not growing up, but when we were in college, and maybe a little after, got really popular were those sorority videos of like the girls in the doorway singing at you?
The porch songs. Yes, I do, because boy, did I have to do stuff like that.
Thank God I didn't. They wanted me in the back because I was tan, you know? But thank God. But that's what this reminded me of, and I'm so scared.
And I was just, there's reasons I feel like I don't take shots anymore. And part of it is because the pandemic made me lose that habit. But this made me want to like exercise it from my being to ever be able to take a shot. Because if women walked up to me chanting this, I would think that they are the devil themselves.
My God, we're calling Satan. That's what's happening. We're summoning him immediately. It was so crazy. Also, can we talk about how many single mom friends Brittany has?
Okay.
What's happening in this town? They don't believe in contraception. The pregnancy pact was born here. It was the craziest thing.
Brittany's one friend, I don't even think we get a name, who is
it's just one.
That's my ride leaving. And Brittany's like, we'll figure out, we'll get you back.
Yeah.
She doesn't even say back to her car, basically like back to your house. Because she has to like pick up her kids and take them to school the next day. I'm like, what are you doing here? Not to mom shame you, but like, what are you doing here?
But then she keeps saying it. So she's obviously like worried and
that's
anxious
annoying.
She's not going to get back. But then someone else goes, don't worry, we'll get you back. We're all moms here. And I went, what? What
and Jax is like, what am I doing here?
Condoms and birth control.
This is Jax's one thing that I'm on his side. Like the alcohol, I was a little on his side, except for alcohol at the bonfire. Like I'm like, yeah, let's find a bar and drink.
Let's wait till Mama leaves, and then this is the time to break out the shots. Of course,
correct. But I understand Jax being like, why are all your friends single moms?
Yeah, what?
And concerned about getting home. I'm just like, I'm confused about them. Like, where are your kids now? Is my question.
My other thing is like just looking at, I mean, we all know where I stand on a lot of things, but just looking at like how in Brittany's like small circle of friends, there's so many single moms. I don't know. Should this town like look at the numbers and be like, something should change? Maybe, I don't know. Like maybe,
you know what?
Obama was still in office with like contraception is available.
We need more abstaining from sex and less condoms and no access to abortion. I think that is what will fix it.
Okay.
I think that's what'll do it.
This is where the 4B movement starts, is in Kentucky with all these single moms. We're abstaining from sex.
Who want to take a shot on Mama's property.
Terrible. And where are the single dads? Are they helping out in this situation?
They better be fucking at home with these kids is all I'm saying.
I don't know where these kids are, but
I'm not trying to shame them. I'm
not trying to shame.
Confused at where the kids are.
But the fact that
we hear from the moms, but we see no kids.
The fact that friend number 2 said, I wasn't concerned until friend number 2 said, don't worry, we'll get you back. We're all moms. And I went, we're all moms? We're all moms? What are we doing in the field? You know,
know what?
One mom, great. All moms? What are we doing?
Brittany's pressure to get married seems a little bit less
I
crazy.
get it.
Get that girly pregnant. Or not pregnant. Get her pregnant in a marriage. I understand maybe her parents being like, let's lock that down.
You know, middle America, out of high school, college, all these kids got married at 22.
I know
they all popped out.
Who got, or not so many, but like a few.
We all do if we're from middle America. They all had babies by 23, 24, and by 26, we were divorcing. Like,
yeah.
And it wasn't even anything like we just don't get along. Like, to get divorced in middle America with kids, that's a deal. So
true.
Things were happening. I don't know what, but like it had to be serious enough to get the divorce. So like, again, maybe the town should look and be like, are we promoting the correct things in this town? Because Jax and Brittany have at least 10 years until they get divorced with kids. So like, I don't know.
Oh my God, you're so right. I think this came out in like...
Well, I mean, they're 27 and 37 in the show. They're like 36 and 45 now. So
yeah, man, really beat
so
the
odds.
I
mean, I'd rather get divorced at, I don't know, 30 something. So I like have more of a head on my shoulders than 20 something. That's again, just me. But I just think this town, I'm not saying a lot, but I am going to say
something in
condoms.
The water is all we're saying.
Why is everyone horny in this town? Cut it out.
No shame in the horniness. Get off their back. They can have a vibrator. Horniness doesn't cause babies.
We'll be less horny and less stupid, and maybe use maybe instead of being like, it's okay, we don't have condoms. Think,
okay, we're not the PSA for Eastern Kentucky, clearly, but Jax is stressed. Anyway,
we don't have solutions. We're just complaining.
Jax is stressed about these women being single moms, and they're driving him nuts too.
So are we.
Anyways, we now on day 3. We're at Sherry's house.
First, Brittany starts to feel Catholic guilt for drinking on Mama's property. And I said, you know that Catholic guilt is debilitating.
She's not Catholic, though. She's not Catholic.
What is she? She's Christian.
I can promise you not Catholic, because I have seen a clip of them going to church here in a little bit, and that shit would not happen at a Catholic church. Is all I'm saying.
I guess Christian guilt exists, but
it's not as potent as Catholic guilt, because the Catholics would have hid this drinking better. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, because the Catholics they have to live with that guilt anyway. So
no. Catholics would have never disallowed alcohol on the property. Like the Catholics would have.
Yes, they would have.
My mama would have handed it to me. Like, Catholics are drinkers.
That's true. Mama's getting smashed if she's Catholic. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. Mama's drunk. You're right.
But anyway. Yeah, the guilt's setting in for Brittany, but don't worry.
Anyway, it's not Catholic. Then she'll get through it if it's not Catholic guilt. It'll leave her. It'll leave her body.
It's the next day, day 3, and we're at Sherry's house. The guilt might have left her, but the hangover is setting in for Jax and Brittany. They are not feeling well, and I did find a bonus clip online where Brittany was so hungover she was throwing up outside of the truck.
My God, if you're gonna drink, don't be stupid about it. You're 27 years old.
I understand, but also exactly how Jax treated her on season 1 of The Valley is how he treats that man in the clip I saw. So maybe I'll download it and post it. But it was not great.
Also, really quick, the song that's playing over this next day is titled "We're Not in LA Anymore." Just so everyone knows. That
way
was
to be
fun.
real literal, producers.
I was absolutely cracking up. Let's be so clear: we're not in LA anymore. We're in Kentucky, baby. All right,
oh my God. Brittany isn't sure if Mama knows that they were drinking. And I'm like, well, that tells me that Mama does know because come on. Mama, you can't get anything past that.
Mama goes, who brought the alcohol? She's like,
Yes.
and don't you dare lie to me. Because
That's the
Jax did a little jig and sang my name to come find me. Then he breathed on me. And I knew.
Yeah, we're on the farm with Mama. And she's like, I know. Like, last night was fun. Who did it? She doesn't even say, like, was there. She's like, I know.
Who brought it?
Who did it? And Brittany shares that one of her friends brought it, but they promised not to do it again. Do we get a flashback where Brittany was like,
Yep.
oh, we'll have one of my friends
Yep.
bring it so we don't get in trouble.
Yeah, Jax literally is like, I'm not staying here sober. And she's like, we'll blame my friends. So they have their friends bring
That's
it.
smart. You should do that. Well, no matter what, their hangovers must just power through with those because they have a lot of work to do on this farm. If you don't forget, Jax is only here to do these jobs. And Mama gives them the jobs to, like, lift the bales of hay and then basically, like, spread it in the field for the cattle.
This is the seventh circle of hell. This is that. This is...
Well... Have you ever heard of the
terrible.
guys who it's like, wow, those muscles are just for show? I feel like we hear that all the time on the challenge.
Yeah,
this is Jax.
Popcorn muscles. They're called popcorn muscles.
These bales of hay. Listen, bales of hay are heavy. I feel like
heavy.
I could have done one of better than Jax.
The bales of hay are heavy. For the size Jax is
it shouldn't be this difficult.
It shouldn't be this difficult. But it is. So,
like how Jax is performing on the first one, I'm like, that's how I could match that.
I could do that. And I'm not as ginormous as Jax. So whatever.
He's lifting all of those into the truck, and then he's learning that you have to call the cattle, like, to come eat, and he gets so confused at what they're saying, which cracked me up.
I don't even know what they were saying either.
I forget. I don't even know. It doesn't even matter. But Jax is every day, every second of being in Kentucky, he's like, I hate this place for this. Just add one more reason to the list.
I've never related to him so much. The face I would make if I heard that call, I'd be like, excuse me? Just stop. Again, I would hide it if it was a person I love. If it was my own family, what the fuck are you doing? You know, weird.
Well, again, she grew up this way, so a little bit.
Yeah, I would be shook to my core. It would, you know, that thing where it's like things that would break people from like the coast if they're from the mid. This would break me. This would be something to break me.
Agreed. And we're not even from the coast.
That's the craziest part. We're kind of we are from middle America, which is the craziest part. But we're not from middle of middle America. Yeah, that's crazy.
But Jax does have actually a really good idea, and I'm kind of shocked they never thought of this, that somebody should drive the truck, and another person should be in the back of the pickup truck just throwing the hay out, rather than having to walk the entire field and do this.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the education levels of Mama and Papa, whatever his name is. But this seemed like right there. It was like right.
Logic, the best idea.
You needed
it's
some
low-hanging fruit.
Some moron from Michigan thought of this for the first time. You've been doing this for 40 years or whatever. Jesus.
I will say the desire to not do things will make people geniuses.
That's true. That, you know what? Been there, done that. Been there, done that.
Well, we're done with the day because of Jax's ingenuity. We are done with the day. And we go back to the main house and we sit down. Jax and Brittany sit down with Tiffany, Brittany's sister. And Jax is very blunt, but I do appreciate him at least asking his question.
Tiffany's a single mom. She's one of the many in the pregnancy path.
Tiffany is another single mom that we will meet on this journey. And Jax says, like, hey, your family is so religious. How did they feel about you having kids out of wedlock? And I was like,
was it tough having kids out of wedlock? I went, well, was it?
I know, I was waiting for Brittany to be like, Jax, that's so rude, and like trying to make her not answer, but I'm like, no, give me the answer.
Here's my thing though. This is one of those questions, like, you know, when someone falls off their bike, you go, did it hurt? Yeah, obviously. Was it hard? Yes. Yes, it
That's
was
the thing.
hard.
I just want to know, like, what was it like when your family found out? Like, what are those interactions? Like, obviously,
the way
this
he
was hard.
worded it, the way he worded it was like, did it suck? Yeah, it fucking sucked,
of course.
Dude. She's a single mom,
And she's like, listen, you know, obviously they were disappointed. This isn't how we were raised, but our family really rallies around each other. So my dad always said, like, Tiffany will be fine. And I was like, wait, that is so sweet.
That's awesome.
I was waiting for her to be like, yeah, no, my parents were really judgmental and yelled at me at first. And then, like, they've been so supportive later. But it sounds like Dad, who I think is kind of like, again, the more religious one, is like, we got this.
I think Dad probably had his moment and then was like, well, we can't change it. I can't imagine Dad just heard it and then went, you know what, though, we'll get through it. I think Dad took a few days and then said,
a few months, maybe.
I can't,
9 months.
Listen, it's either this or abortion, and we don't do that here. So,
but here's my thing: if you're not going to allow abortion, you best show up and support.
And like, they did. They put their money where their mouth was. So, hey, man.
Yeah. Well, out of talking about Tiffany's single momhood and how hard it is, Jax and Brittany come up with this great idea that they will watch the nephews tonight. They're going to take them into town to one of the little nice restaurants. Chili. What is it? Chili's
Applebee's. Don't disrespect Applebee's like this. I'll die on this sword. I'll die for Applebee's.
I'm a big Chili's fan, so I think I'm putting myself in the Chili's.
No, fuck Chili's. No.
Well, listen, modern day Chili's, that triple dipper.
No, I'm sorry. No, I will die for Applebee's. Listen, there's one thing about middle America, even the cities. We love Applebee's. That was where we went to celebrate anything. 'Twas Applebee's. I love that place. What is it? In the neighborhood, Applebee's. I forget the saying, but it did feel like you were
eating good in the neighborhood.
Eating good in the neighborhood, and that's true. That reigns supreme. I'll die. Fuck Chili's.
Well,
we need some good, hearty American food at Applebee's.
Well, Jax is like, before I indulge myself in Applebee's, let me go clean myself off because I can't show up.
Wait, but also, we forgot to mention Jax is a seasoned babysitter. He actually once babysat.
I'm so sorry.
His friend
How could I forget about this flashback?
His friend Peter's girlfriend Sarah's
son. Yeah, kid. Sarah's son.
Peter, it was 3 grown men, 3 men and a baby, actually, was what happened when Jax helped babysit
that kid was not a baby.
3 men.
And a toddler.
That's the movie, though. 3 men and a baby.
But in case people don't watch Vanderpump Rules, don't worry. I don't think a mom would leave a baby with those 3 hooligans.
Yeah, but mostly Jax talked to this kid about his own mother's boobs. Which was babysitting at its finest.
And I will say, to give some background, Brittany's boobs were modeled after that woman. After
Sarah, the ex-girlfriend, because Peter and Sarah aren't together anymore. Just FYI to everyone. Yes. So Sarah lives forever in Brittany's chest, you know? It's true.
Well, yeah, you're right. Seasoned babysitter Jax is going to go get cleaned up for his babysitting gig at Applebee's. I mean, how can it get better than this? And while that is happening...
I don't know, though. Because to babysit at Applebee's... Sorry, I'm done. It'd be a dream come true.
Before we get to the treat, we are going to go and walk with Tiffany and Brittany while they brush the horses and talk about Brittany's relationship. And Brittany, again, is talking about how, like, last year was really hard on their relationship, like, all summer, which was all of season 5 of Vanderpump Rules when Jax berates her every single day of her life.
Yep.
And so it's, like, not great.
Well, Tiffany does ask Brittany and says, do you think Jax will be a good dad? And Brittany says, he's great with the dogs. Of course I think he'd be a great dad. And I said... if someone's good with dogs, it doesn't mean they're good with kids. And I think we should stop calling pets children now because I think we're confused.
Listen, you can call your pets your children, but like they do not require as much work as children. So like they shouldn't be the indicator of being a parent because your dog can be kind of self-sufficient a little bit and you can leave him home all day. You cannot leave your baby home all day.
Also, you could probably I don't know, be a little rougher with your dog than with your child. There's just a lot more at stake. I don't think this is a good indication, but hey, Brittany.
Yeah, Jax thinking the dog looks good in a sweater doesn't mean he's going to be a good dad.
Go off, queen. Yeah, whatever.
Well, Jax is done getting ready, and he does come out, and at first he plays football with the boys, which I was like, okay, here's, a good shining moment for Jax.
These boys hate this guy. I'm sorry.
We'll get to that. But then Jax sits down and calls Schwartz, and he fills him in on the trip. And, I mean, it is kind of weird to me how honest Jax is on camera all the time.
Considering everyone's going to see this?
Yeah. Yeah, he's just like, I can't do this. Like, this is, like, I could never live here. I would get so bored so quickly. And he also was talking about how he's going to blame everything on everyone else constantly. He's in his, like, normal routine of blame everybody else for everything, especially with the alcohol situation. Like, everything with this family, it's like, no worries, because I'll just, like, get out of it by lying.
The way he admits that on camera is crazy. Also, if I see Tom Schwartz in one more show he's not actually cast in, I'm gonna lose it. It's not funny. It's not fun anymore. We're not having fun, okay? Fun is Applebee's. Fun is not Tom Schwartz. I will
say, it was crazy Jax FaceTiming Schwartz while in a cowboy hat in Eastern Kentucky, talking about how much he hates this trip. And it's episode 2, like day 3 of this.
And Tom Schwartz, of course, is never going to tell Jax to shut the fuck up, but he's also not going to do anything to get himself in trouble. So he's just like, oh, Jax, you're so silly. Yeah. Man, look at you in that hat. Ha ha. Jokes. No. Ha ha, funny. Shut the fuck up. Hate you. Anyway, sorry.
Well, let's go to Applebee's. Let's go to Applebee's. We're driving to Applebee's. We got Jax driving, Brittany in the front seat, and the 2 kids in the back. And Jax, on the way, immediately tries to roast Brittany for her age, being 27. And Brayden in the back seat here, the oldest, roasts Jax right back for being 37.
40. You're like 40, man. That's what he said. Because Jax says, you're almost 30 to Brittany. And Brittany's like, I'm not. I'm 27. And then Brayden's like, you're almost 40. I was like, damn.
Jax is like about to like drive into a pole thinking of this.
Yeah. He's going to murder suicide after that. Yeah. He was thinking about it.
This is how dumb Jax is. Like, my guy, you're literally 10 years apart. Everything you can say about her to, like, her next age is you. Like, you can't win this joke.
No, that's the craziest thing to try and roast her on.
Because yours is always 10 years higher.
Literally, you pick the one thing, you lose it. Well, like, there's many, but
there's a lot. But this one's low-hanging fruit. This was
really, yeah. I don't know what we're doing. But
there's nothing you can do to change this one.
He just needs brain food. He needs Applebee's.
Yeah, so we sit down, and don't worry, Brittany orders the best thing you can get, chicken fingers for these kids and fries.
The chicken fingers platter! There's no greater happiness than going to Applebee's and getting the chicken fingers platter. Then once you turn 13, you tell your parents, I don't have to order off the kid menu, and you get the real one. Oh my God. The way I was salivating over this Applebee's.
My God.
And I thought about ordering it, but Applebee's at home doesn't hit. You got to go get the experience and eat good in the neighborhood. It's not the same.
So right.
You have to be surrounded really by the family.
She knows which sauces that her nephews eat. Like, she was like, ketchup for this one, honey mustard for that one, and I was like,
do you know this with your nephews?
No. Good God, no. I would just get them whatever I want. I would be like, give us 1,800 sauces.
Just shut the fuck up. I'm not even going to ask you. Bring it all.
This is the thing. I really do respect how much of a family person Brittany is. Like, she loves her family so much.
For someone who doesn't live
there.
Mom. She doesn't even live there.
But she did live there for a while, like, until she moved to LA, like, 2 years ago.
Yeah, but imagine Brayden is like, when you last saw me, I was 10 and now I'm 12. I don't do ketchup anymore. A lot's changing
for him. Yeah, that's a good point.
But one thing that'll never change is how good Applebee's chicken tenders are. If you're a vegan, switch back, because these are to die for. Every chicken's lucky to be killed by Applebee's.
You know what else won't change? Jax's number one thing about Brittany will always be her
boobs.
Yes. And of course he has to say that in front of her nephews. Her nephew literally asks, what do you like about Brittany? And he goes, her boobs, her big boobs.
I swear to God, if my uncle said that about my aunt, I would
not even
pass
uncle,
away.
The boy she's dating at this point.
The way I would pass away. I would pass away.
Oh my God. And then Brayden with actually, no, this one's the other one. I forget what his name is.
The little one, yeah.
The littler one is like, I know you love her feet. And then we get the clips of Jax being obsessed with her feet.
Yeah.
And Jax is like, how do you know that? And Brittany's dying laughing, being like, I guess word travels in the small town.
If I was Brittany, I would pass away on that one. This is terrifying. Applebee's is supposed to be about love and connection. This is the worst Applebee's I've ever been to.
It's not Applebee's fault, though. Don't ever put that on Applebee's. This is the company. This is the neighborhood's fault.
The vibes these people brought to Applebee's, it's not good in the neighborhood right now.
No. Let me eat my chicken fingers in peace and stop making me think about my aunt's boobs and her feet.
When we're here, we're supposed to be family, and we're not. This doesn't feel like family.
Oh,
that's a different restaurant, but that's awesome.
Well, the good thing is, Jax in the back of his mind is like, maybe I'm not ready for marriage and kids. Like, this is a lot. And I'm like, my God.
These kids hate you.
You're also antagonizing them.
Crazy.
But also, these aren't your kids. So, like, you can dislike these people and still be ready for your own family.
This made me think, because I do think my parents, we love to poke fun at each other. It's a dog-eat-dog world in our house. But there is a line between, like, antagonizing and, like, doing it through love. And I wonder, Jax, does he antagonize his own son? Because that would explain a lot.
Oh my God, they're going to say, are these kids antagonizing him? And I'm like, Jax brought half this shit up.
Jax antagonizes these kids. These kids should poke fun with him. He's going to be the fun uncle, like whatever.
He's the one they can make fun of.
Yeah, but the fact that Jax doesn't go back in like a loving way, it almost is like a square off.
Yeah.
It doesn't come across as like fun that you would have with your like aunts and uncles.
That's true. It's not like they're all laughing together. Like Jax is like, you're laughing at me and now I need to get you back.
Yeah. So my thing was like thinking about his own son. That scares me for his son. And maybe why Jax doesn't have the greatest relationship with most people.
I think in general, the relationships Jax has are very transactional and like he centers himself in them. And so like we saw in the Valley season 2, him like go hug his son and his son turned away.
Wow. His son wanted to disappear.
Yeah. Like
his son's also autistic. So he shows love. Like he doesn't really love to hug.
We saw how
he shows
Cruz
his love.
showed love with
Zach,
Brittany's friend from home, Zach. Yeah. And like, Zach knew how to interact with him and like go at his own pace and like exactly
the body language of Cruz was very different. So I just wonder if Jax is like an antagonist. I mean, I know he's an antagonizing force, but I would hope with your own kid, it's a different vibe.
Watching this show, I'm like, there were clear-cut signs.
You know what? My thought now is maybe Brittany's dad didn't figure out the internet and couldn't stop this.
Maybe he couldn't figure out the DVR to watch.
He couldn't. He didn't record it. He missed it every time.
You know what? Maybe when Peacock finally launched, when was that? Around like 2022?
2021, yeah.
Like dad finally could go back and rewatch everything and was like, Brittany, and he started planting the seeds. You gotta get out.
You gotta get out. Yeah, maybe. He finally figured it out. He called Brayden and said, the nickel still stands.
The payment amount still stands.
The nickel stands.
We do go to Dad's house the next day, and Dad is super excited because a few days ago, Dad took Jax frogging to, I don't know.
Get the frogs?
I don't know if it's like fishing. I don't know what the terminology is, but capture some frogs. And it didn't go well, so they didn't get any frogs. But Dad and Austin, the brother, got some frogs, and they want Jax to go handle them because, like, we gotta terrorize Jax, obviously.
Of course.
And Jax goes over to the bucket, and he, like, starts freaking out, and he's like, what's in here? And this was my favorite scene. Jax won't put his hand in there. He's like freaking out so much. And Brittany's like, just get out of the way. Like, let me do it. And she like grabs him and he like hands him to him and they like take a photo. And it was so funny.
Outstretched as far away from this creature. It reminded me of in elementary school, I was at my friend's house and she caught a garter snake. Which disgusting. But then they were like, Alicia, hold it for a picture. And the way I held this thing as far away from my body by the tail so it couldn't get me, that was Jax. I get it. I am Jax in the country. I am.
I agree. But I just love that this family's whole mission is to embarrass Jax.
Yeah,
on
absolutely.
Every level, every day, constantly.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, new way to embarrass and demean Jax in a rightful way is we're going to go downstairs because Dad needs help cleaning the fireplace. And Dad's like, let's pull this like fireplace thing out and then we can clean the chimney. And Dad and Jax are trying to like drag it out. And Jax's, what'd you call them, popcorn muscles earlier?
Yeah, his popcorn muscles.
His popcorn muscles are at it again because Jax cannot pull this thing out. And Dad's like,
no,
mine's moving just fine. Like, come on.
Jax is, and Dad is half the size of Jax. So,
oh my god,
use your legs.
That's what he doesn't know.
Use your legs.
He probably skips legs.
He skips leg day. No,
terrible. God. But we get it out, and then the whole family's like down there watching them. And Dad's like, "All right, you guys go upstairs. It's our turn to talk." And I was like, get him.
Ooh.
Get him. And Jax says that he wants to marry Brittany, but she's really losing her Brittany spark and has signs of depression. So we really need to fix this problem before I marry her.
The absolute anger that seethed from me.
Which part? When he said she's losing her Brittany spark, she's depressed, or that it's a problem we have to fix?
When he said he can't marry her until they fix this problem of her depression. I was
like,
what happened to, no, in sickness or in health, my guy. Also, fix the the way mental health is talked about by idiots. Fix depression.
Because I understand being like, listen, on her, like, if we get married, I want her to be the happiest version of herself. Like, I want to make sure that she's the best version of herself. So, like, I want to, like, work with her through this, and then I want to propose, and we can get married. That would be different. It's like, he's like, wow, she's really not the person I met, and, like, that just doesn't work for me.
We have to turn off the depression switch so that she can be my happy-go-lucky slave again, basically.
As if she, like, willingly is depressed and lazy, as I'm sure he's called her before.
No, literally. Oh, my God. You know what? We're fine.
I'm happy I did not watch this show when it aired because we already hated their wedding. I could not have handled it knowing this.
I don't think our podcast would have had to stop. We would have broken up the podcast. I wouldn't have covered their wedding. And I'll never again. But it's terrible.
No.
Terrible.
Oh, my God. So,
anyway.
Dad is like, listen, I don't want you to make Brittany believe you're gonna get married. Meanwhile, you're like trying to find a way out of this. So like,
clock him.
You're gonna propose or just stop fucking talking about it.
Clock him.
I was like, maybe you have been watching Vanderpump Rules, my guy.
None of this bullshit in this house.
Yeah.
Listen, you don't want to marry her? Great, then shut the fuck up about it.
Yes.
Don't put this hope.
Stop stringing her along. Don't put it in her mind just for you to run away in the end. Which, I mean, I know they do get married, but I feel like constantly sells women this idea of him.
This fantasy,
And then if they go through anything or if they want anything from him, it's like, oh my God, like, I can't believe this. You're ruining my life. You suck. You're an alcoholic, all this, all that. And then he's like, I gotta go.
No, this dad clocks him. Awesome. Dad became daddy in this scene. Hell yeah.
I love the dad.
Motherfucking yeah.
But I am sad because, like, clearly the dad couldn't get through to Brittany to avoid this from the beginning.
Some people, here's the thing, is like, I am unwed with no prospects.
You know what? I will say, and not a single mom though. So you're out on both counts.
I bring up to my parents a lot where I'm like, even with my sister, I'm like, you really gotta let us know if you see any red flags. Cause like I can tend to be blinded by love. And like, I wouldn't want to spend the rest of my life with that. To which my dad was like, but listen, you're like a 30-year-old woman. Like you're grown. It's your decision at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And he says like, we can say whatever, but like, what's the point? Like, do we then like mess up our relationship with you because we don't like the person you're marrying? Or do we just stick around and be able to help you through the bad times if they are there? So I was like, no, that because
it does mean different things for you to see it versus your family to see it. Like until you experience it yourself and want to like leave that relationship, you're not going to.
Yeah.
That's
and
so true.
If I'm 23, my parents have a right to look at me and be like, your frontal lobe's not even developed. This man sucks. But if I'm 27, they're like, listen.
By the time Brittany gets engaged, I think she's 20.
She's like 30. Yeah. Like, what are they going to do? Don't marry him? Okay. You've already been with him for 4 years at this point. Like, what are we going to do realistically?
That's a really good point. Yeah.
So some people I think just need to, like, I also think there's some people who just don't want to hear it. Like, I think Brittany's dad probably did say something along the lines of like, are you sure? And some people don't, they're like, yeah, I'm sure. I would probably, if my parents said like, are you sure? Because we're not sure. That would register for me a little bit more. But if also, I had been dating someone for 4 years and you say that to me, I can't also say like, yeah.
He's also, dad's working against like Sherry and Mama and everybody else who's like, get married. We love this. Like, so his voice might not be as loud.
Brittany also really wants to be a mom, and that clock is ticking, unfortunately, for women. So, like, as someone, again, I can't put myself in Brittany's situation because I'm not dating someone for 4 years. I would take my parents' opinions into great consideration, and I don't have the desire to be a mom.
Well, and like being alone versus being with this loser.
That it's a different mindset, but Dad, I'm rooting for you. Just know you have a fan.
You're crushing it.
You're doing so good. I wish you weren't going against the tide here, you know?
Agreed. Well,
okay.
Next time on the fundraiser, we're going to see Jax decides he's going to match the proceeds.
I can't wait for this.
And then money goes up and up and up, and Jax is slowly freaking out.
What does he say? That's enough now.
They've raised enough. We're good. Can't wait to see that. And meanwhile, while that's happening and the money's going up, the number of times that Jax tells people that Brittany is losing her spark is also going up because Jax tells everybody. Jax is also a perfectionist, and he starts clashing with Brittany's friends, and they start yelling at him, and I can't wait to see that. Like, hell
the way I love to clock a bad boyfriend of my friends and murder him with my words, that's like a hobby. That's why my friends don't bring bad boyfriends around me anymore. They know.
We're going to see it one last time.
Oh, I'm going to get so excited. Okay, so now I picked none other than Jason Michael Couchy, also known as Jax Taylor, to give you an update on. Again, not hard because I've never been rid of this man a day in my life. But basically, he's like 45 years old. His Wikipedia page said he was 4.5 feet. Basically, that's not accurate. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. But whoever did that is hilarious.
So funny.
He
does wear lifts in his shoes. So
he does wear lifts. But I do think he's over 4.5 feet.
The lifts aren't that big. Yeah.
So basically, he grew up in Michigan. He went to Michigan State, which I don't think I registered, but he did go there.
Yeah.
I don't remember this. So is it false?
I've done a full timeline on this man. So you ask me any question and I know.
Was he in the Navy?
So he enlisted. He went to a training camp. The time frames are really hard to find. But he went to a training camp, maybe a second. And I don't believe he was ever deployed. I think he drops out before he gets deployed. But he went to school. He has said he was deployed and was discharged. Awesome. So like,
even better.
I've never found anything supporting that.
Okay. All I found was he went to school to enter the Navy for about 6 months.
Yeah.
And then he dropped out or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so then he also did a lot of modeling.
Well, people believe that he got removed for mental reasons. Just
that checks
allegedly.
Too. Shout out.
Allegedly.
Okay, so he moved to Miami. He did a lot of modeling there. He also went to Europe for some modeling gigs. That is a lot of that is covered in Vanderpump Rules in our recap. So if you're very familiar, if you want to know all the details, dirty details of that, please go check that out. But he did a ton of modeling stuff. He was a good-looking dude in his 20s. I get it.
He did really good at modeling.
He also is an actor. So technically he's a mactor, a model actor, but he did a bunch of different background stuff, like Two Broke Girls. He was a background actor in the OC, which I don't remember, but now I'm upset that
I think he was just at a party.
Which
this is the thing. A lot of his work is unnamed.
Is the back, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I wish I had spotted it, because I've watched that show a bajillion times. Right over my head. He did Arrested Development, Dexter, Will and Grace. He was credited as Hot Guy 2 on Desperate Housewives. Oh, Hot Guy 2 in the Dance Club on Desperate Housewives.
So named there.
Named. Then he started working for Lisa Vanderpump at Sir and Villa Blanca. Vanderpump Rules is born. Thank you so much, Sheena Shea, who's checked on her recently. Let me know. Obviously, I said in my last episode, he dates Brittany. That basically, Jax is well documented in most seasons of Vanderpump Rules. So if you need to know anything about this man, there are many seasons to figure that out. But yeah, so then he was fired from Vanderpump Rules for, I believe, being racist, which
there was a lot. There was an entire Instagram dedicated to it.
Yeah, checks out. But he's problematic. He has recently come back into reality TV with The Valley. He also did House of Villains on E! Yeah, he does a lot of bullshit. He's always around. And then he opened up a bar in Studio City called Jax's with Brittany, kind of, but like it's his bar. So yeah. And then he has a son now named Cruz.
And in 2024 went to, I'm going to put it in quotes.
You're right. In 2024, he announced on Instagram he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and PTSD and checked himself into a, quote, inpatient treatment facility. He also came out as a cocaine addict, but we all knew. It was like private, but not a secret, It's just one of those. Yeah, we all talked about it. It was like that family secret that everyone talks about except with that one person. Yeah. So we were all gossiping about it, but he had zero idea.
Mm-hmm.
But very fun, very fun. That's Jax Taylor. I'm going to try and do one on Sherry, find all her husbands.
That's what I want to know. I need that research.
I know. Wish me luck.
Coming up next, the Sherry update in episode 3.
I hope. I can only be so lucky. But I think that's it. Anyways, do all the things. Love ya.
Thanks for joining. Bye.